Good morning and welcome back to another edition of Gary's Movie Emporium. Sorry it's been so long. Our area has been getting hit by snow left and right. It's a matter of inches here and there, but it does pile up. And with it so cold, it has no place to go. But let's get started. Today's going to be something special here. It's not going to be Dollar Tree. It's not going to be Big Lots or anything like that. But it's Hamilton book order time here. I was able to order something this time around from them. The receipt says Hamilton right on it. Just so I let you know that it is a Hamilton book order. And first off the top here, it's all Blu-rays in this one, so that should be pretty cool for people that look forward to the Blu-ray. And right off the top, in no particular order, as everybody knows on my channel, I'm a Philadelphia Eagle fan. I was able to get my hands on a Blu-ray plus DVD copy of the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl champions. Really happy to have this. Don't be surprised if this ends up at the Dollar Tree and on future waves. This is a Cinedigm title. Blu-ray and DVD, obviously the same amount of time, 76 minutes. Bonus features 60 minutes for the Blu-ray and 40 minutes for the DVD. It has a lot of exclusives and bonus features as well. Apparently this is, after 57 years, I guess, as the Eagles were a team, they finally were able to bring home the Lombardi Trophy. Pretty happy. I actually came to tears during this game. It was just so real, and to think I went back and thought about it recently. I watched a video of Kobe Bryant with his reaction to the Super Bowl. It just made it even more sad that at least Kobe did get to see the Eagles win the Super Bowl before he died. It was probably a moment, he'll hold in his heart wherever, up there in heaven. It's just fitting that they won. To me, this is the best Super Bowl, not just because the Eagles won, but it was actually the most compelling Super Bowl I've seen in probably 15 years or so. Really good Super Bowl, really close, nail biter, and for once Tom Brady didn't win a Super Bowl, so I'm sure a lot of people would be happy that in this game that he didn't win again. And I'm kind of ticked that he won yesterday, but Tampa Bay was definitely the better team and more on a roll than Kansas City. There was a game or two where Kansas City could have possibly lost along the way because they really lucked out here and there. I think it wouldn't have been for Patrick Mahomes, they probably wouldn't have gotten as far as they did. Well, not that their players aren't good, but I just think Tampa Bay's defense was just really astounding to hold Patrick Mahomes to 9 points and cause some turnovers. But really happy about this Eagles Super Bowl. On to the next one. And then I got I have this on DVD. I got it at the Big Lots. But this to me just screamed I needed it on Blu-ray. This is a director's cut of Beowulf. Really hard to see here. And I got a ripped paper on the back. That's always good. And I've never even seen that. Paramount Pictures. It's very hard to read it. It's like really, really dark. And then like it does say it's from 2007 with a slew of bonus features. It's unrated. I can't really see it because it's like really, really, really light with the writing. It says it's 5.1 Dolby Digital in English and in French and Spanish. And it does have subtitles in English. It does have for the hearing impaired. I guess that's what that means. French and Spanish. Pretty much everybody knows what Beowulf's about. But happy to have this. Now I can combo them out with the DVD and Blu-ray together. As you can see though, right there's the It's the thing about Hamilton, though. Ever so often you'll get one that's got, like, imperfection or something. It's like, I don't see how you can jab into a movie, but I have no idea. Not trying to bring the video down. This next one I'm showing is a Chiller. It was seen on Chiller Films. This is where I seen it. It's called The Monkey's Paw. One Wish, 1,000 Regrets. Comes with a slip here. This is a Scream Factory as well. It does have audio commentary with Brett Simmons, cinematographer Scott Winnick, and so on. 5.1 audio, 1x78x1 for the video, and it clocks in at 90 minutes and is from 2013. Of course, everybody I'm sure knows about The Monkey's Paw. You get wishes, and they turn out to be quite deadly. You know, they're not, at the end of the day, someone somewhere is going to pay for your wish. More often than not, it's family that end up, that, if I remember correctly, are the ones that pay. Like, you might have a uncle that just drops dead, or just by you making a wish, you know. It's kind of not an ideal kind of piece to have, even if you're lacking money or health yourself, you know, and you want to get better. Someone will pay in your family with this movie. There's Monkey's Paw. And then I just got in the box set of the Blu-ray box set of Critters series. I think it's the whole entire series. But I saw this on Hamilton. It's a Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital redeem code. Okay, Critters Attack. And for some reason, when I got it, that was mashed in there a little bit. I don't know if you can see it there. I don't know why how they can be rough with these so much, but they are. They're really rough with their stock sometimes, as anyone that gets Hamilton probably notices that. And there's the slip to it. But now I have all the Critters films all on Blu-ray. What year was that from? It's rated R, 89 minutes, and let's see. I want to say it was from 2020. Yeah, it's from 2020. It has about 4 special features. It does have Dee Wallace Stone in it again, too, by the way, which she played in the first one. Can't remember if she played in the second, but I know she did play in the first one. Happy to have that. And then I got another one with a slip here. It's a Blu-ray plus DVD combo pack. I'm thinking this is a Scream Factory. It stars Emile Hirsch, Brian Cox, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, visceral horror to rival Alien and early Cronenberg. Watch it, but not alone, Stephen King says. Everybody has a secret. Yeah, this is a Scream Factory as well. I thought it was. I could almost tell by the way the writing is of the combo pack. They're like almost always like that. It's an IFC Midnight, so Cheetah will like that. 87 minutes, 2016. Anamorphic widescreen. Does have a 1080p high definition widescreen, the Blu-ray, and then the DVD has the anamorphic. The rated R. It's from 2016/2017. Winner of the best horror film of Fantastic Fest. See it, but not alone, says Stephen King. And it is pretty creepy. I like this one. I had fun with this one. Just the idea of being in the morgue, you know, and having a dead body on the slab is kind of creepy in itself, I think. You know it's dead, but in these horror films, it's like they're anything but, you know. But, comes with like a same exact look, but happy to have it nonetheless. I don't like them sometimes putting plastic on top of them, you know, when they send them, but I also don't like it when they leave them kind of like that, because, you know, they can get scraped handled with other people, you know, with especially with Corona. I don't know what goes on, you know what I mean? I would almost rather them not wrap it. But I don't know. I don't know why they don't just make them like, you know, with a plastic like they do with ones without this. They don't have to air pack them, you know, to like make the creases on the end of the slip covers. You know, the people, they know people like their slip covers kind of pristine. Next up is the Demolisher, a powerful jolting entry in the vigilante genre. When he finds you, run. Something about this cover just said "buy me." This is a Dark Sky Films, 2 by 35 by 1. There's a Raven banner film as well. Tormented by crippling sense of responsibility for his disabled wife Samantha, an ex-policewoman who was a victim of gang violence, cable repairman Bruce channels his feelings of injustice into a dark and violent path of vigilantism, donning riot gear, taking to the streets to right the seemingly infinite number of wrongs committed every day. Bruce becomes the Demolisher, a one-man wrecking ball tearing into the urban decay that surrounds him. Bruce begins to find twisted refuge in his world of extreme violence. So he basically sees red every time he hits the city streets because his wife was gang assaulted. I'm not sure if she was raped or just, you know, beaten up and left for dead and taken money. I have no idea. I don't know much about this one. It does have some special features. It does have the Toronto After Dark Film Fest Q&A in this as well, and a trailer. So, sounds really cool. I love the cover. Really throwback to that 70s, early 80s kind of vibe to it a little bit. There's a look at the spine. Like I said, that's a Dark Sky Films. Then next up, Your Blood Will Run Cold, A Brush with Death, and Harvest of Fear. These are double features here. From Mill Creek, 1080p, 1080i. 2 hours 46 minutes, so if you split them up, that'd be like an hour and 23 minutes. I don't know if they're both that equal in length, because it really doesn't say much about them. But I had to get this double feature. Hopefully it ends up in the Dollar Tree for some people. If, you know, you can end up getting it. Because a lot of the Hamilton book ones will end up at the Dollar Tree. It's just, with me, I don't know which ones to get from Hamilton, because I might not get the one that, you know, I might get the one that ends up at the Dollar Tree and I paid 5 times the amount as somebody that gets it at the Dollar Tree. It's kind of a risk you take going with Hamilton. First one's about a group of cheerleaders that take a trip to an old farmhouse for a weekend, and you can go from there. The second one is The Devil's Lake is the setting for a string of murders that mimic those from 20 years ago. A group of college girls find themselves involved in the investigation, with the killer's body count rising. The students race to find the killer before he finds them. So I guess basically these are kind of like slasherish, but the second one, Harvest of Fear, kind of really sounds like majorly like a slasher film, kind of do through like a college kind of thing. I hope it's like Black Christmas, you know, without the holiday, of course, but I hope it's in the vein of that. Sounds really good. And then I got I'll put these, let's see, these two together. So I'm going to put these 3 together. Okay, I got a couple of William Castle double features here. He's a producer. First up is Homicidal and Mr. Sardonicus. 2 films from the Master of Fright. It's a Mill Creek release, almost 3 hours on this baby. 1961 is Homicidal. Mr. Sardonicus is 1961. The first Homicidal stars Glenn Corbett, Patricia Breslin, Eugenie Lentovich, Alan Bunce, Richard Rust, and James Westerfield. And I'm not sure Patricia Breslin might be some type of relation to Abigail Breslin. It would not surprise me. And then Mr. Sardonicus is 90 minutes. Stars Ronald Lewis, Audrey Dalton, Guy Rolfe. Guy Rolfe, you know from the Puppet Master movies. Oscar Homolka, Vladimir Sokolov, and Erica Peters. Homicidal is a 185 by 1, while Mr. Sardonicus is a 178 by 1. And they're from the same year from what I'm seeing. Yeah, same year. Basically, these are from the iconic horror director William Castle. He always found a way to have a winning formula for his films, a little comedy, a lot of scares, a preposterous gimmick, and a clear sense that fright films should be fun. So they compilated two of his classics right in here for the considered the William Castle collection double feature. I'm sorry, my throat. I went outside and shoveled before the video, and I got that cold air pocket in my throat. Cold air is really ripe this morning. It's like maybe all of 10 degrees out. And have a little bit of a crosswind, making me kind of nasally as well. And then I got another William Castle double feature. The theme here is 13. The first one is 13 Ghosts and 13 Frightened Girls. For 13 Ghosts, it says 13 times the thrills, 13 times the screams, 13 times the fun. While Frightened Girls, the big fright, the eerie sight. And once again, more William Castle on this one. I like that they did the throwback posters on the cover. I like throwback posters. It's almost 3 hours on this one. They're one's colored and one's Frightened Girls is colored, while 13 Ghosts is black and white. It's from Columbia Pictures as well. 13 Ghosts clocks in at 85 minutes, while 13 Frightened Girls clocks in at 88. 13 Ghosts is 1960, while 13 Frightened Girls is 1963. Does say something about... Oh, okay. 13 Ghosts is presented in Illusional. And apparently, viewer not included and not required. So, really, you don't... I guess you don't really get to watch it in Illusional, but that would have been neat to see. Although both films were their perspective years, apparently this was 13 Ghosts was renewed in 1988 by Columbia Pictures, and 13 Frightened Girls was renewed in 1991 to give it the new look that it got. And according to this, it's saying it's a 185 by 1 on both of these. So this should look really sharp. Probably the best it's looked in a while, outside of maybe a Scream Factory or Arrow title if it's available. But another good double feature. I like these double features. And then I got a Hammer Films double feature. Maniac and Die, Die, My Darling. Another Mill Creek here. Columbia Pictures. Maniac clocks in at 87 minutes, while Die, Die, My Darling is 97 minutes. I think they're more or less saying these are Hammer films, so I have no idea. I've never seen either. Maniac clocks in at where was it? 87 minutes, and Die, Die, My Darling 97. Maniac has a aspect ratio of 235 by 1, while Die, Die, My Darling has a 178 by 1. Die, Die, My Darling also stars Stephanie Powers and Donald Sutherland, Well, Maniac stars Kerwin Matthews, Nadia Gray, Donald Houston, and Lillian Brusset. I guess that's how you pronounce that. Or Brosset. Oh, and it says Tallulah Bankhead played in Die Die My Darling as well. So, good cast of people here. And that's a Hammer film set. Really happy to get it. More throwback. Comes in a double feature cover art. Kind of old, really old school. I like that. Wish I had some posters like that up and around. But I really like the old look of posters. I give that nostalgic feel. And then I'm really happy to get this as well. It's the 4 film favorites Blades and Battles collection. It has everything you could want on it here, other than maybe the new Mortal Kombat movie, but this was out way before that. This has Mortal Kombat 1 and 2, and I guess TV movie called Mortal Kombat Legacy, accompanied with the movie Spawn, starring John Leguizamo and what was his name? Michael Jai White, I think his name is. Yeah. Obviously, everyone knows what Mortal Kombat is. At this point, you've probably seen them all, even Mortal Kombat Legacy, maybe not. Since Spawn's rated R, 98 minutes. It's a director's cut. Mortal Kombat Legacy was a TV movie, as I said. It says TV mature, so that clocks in at 104. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, a lesser sequel in my eyes. 95 minutes, and the very classic Mortal Kombat, the first one. And then there is a Mortal Kombat animated movie, too, called Scorpion's Revenge I watched. That is a really bloody film for being anime, like, massively. I really highly recommend Scorpion's Revenge. It'd be perfect for you guys to watch before the new Mortal Kombat hits. I think it's HBO Max. So I would, if I were you, I'd get HBO Max soon, because they're going to be coming out with some really good films coming up. I think this is a Canadian, yeah, it says Canadian home video on it, so it's I guess it's like a French-Canadian release, maybe. But, saying Mortal Kombat, the first one was from 95. Annihilation was from 97. Spawn was from 97. Legacy was from 2011. And I don't know if there's any other ones. Yeah, I guess that's it, but I guess they designed this whole package setup here in 2013, so I don't know if that's when it actually came out compiled for all of these, but man, it does not seem possible that I've seen Mortal Kombat in theaters. It does not seem possible that it's been 26 years ago when I watched this in theaters. God, time went by way too fast. And it doesn't seem like when I went to see Spawn, it was back in 97 at the drive-in. It's just like, I had a really fun time with us at the drive-in, and I was like, what was I at the time? I was like 27, I think. It was like 23 years ago on that, so. Let's look at the back. And then Michael Amaretta film. Peter Skarsgård, Winona Ryder, Experimenter, the Stanley Milgram story. Illusion sets the stage, deception reveals the truth. It's PG-13 from Magnolia Pictures. Basically, this takes place on the campus of Yale. 1961. Stanley Milgram designs a psychology experiment that remains relevant to this day, in which people think they're delivering painful electric shocks to an affable stranger strapped to a chair in another room. Disregarding his plans for mercy, the majority of subjects do not stop the experiment, administering what they think are near fatal electric shocks simply because they've been told to. Milgram's exploration of authority and conformity strikes a nerve in popular culture and the scientific community. Celebrated in some circles, he is also accused of being a deceptive, manipulative monster. His wife, Sasha, anchors him through it all. I don't know if in Ghostbusters, when he's doing the shock scene with the questions and stuff, I don't know if that's a nod towards this particular scientist here, or mad scientist, if you will. I have no idea. But it just kind of seems like it's a nod, maybe, towards that. It's kind of funny. I'm sure it wasn't funny to his subjects, but, you know, it's just kind of funny that that's the direction Ghostbusters went to at that particular time. It does have a slew of special features, designing Experimenter, understanding Stanley Milgram, an interview with Joel Milgram, and the making of Experimenter. 98 minutes on this, 2015. 178 by 1 ratio here. HD master audio for language. So, happy to get that. Looks weird seeing Winona Ryder dressed up like a old school marm, if you will. So that's the term they used for back then, but really funny to see her like, you know, like a Sunday school teacher or something. And then next up, Blu-ray plus digital. Some places are not meant to be explored. This got a slew of festival winning festival selections and an official selection of the Twin City Film Festival, and that's Flora. Hudson Mill Creek, hour and 40 minutes. 5.1 surround. Special features, pretty alright, not bad. Apparently this takes place in the summer of 1929 at the end of a golden age of exploration. An expedition of Ivy League botanists enter an uncharted forest on the North American frontier, tasked to study the native flora. Students unearth a deadly organism and are soon in a fight with nature itself. This reminds me of the trailer that I seen for the new M. Night Shyamalan movie that's coming out soon. It played during the Super Bowl. I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but I watched a few drives of the first half at the end before it went to the half. There's a movie about some organisms or something that get into people's bodies. That one looks really kind of creepy, but kind of cool at the same time. So watch for that M. Night Shyamalan movie when it comes out, because I can't wait to see that. It's been a while since he's been, made a film, but this Flora kind of sounds a little bit like that, but with a different plot, of course. But like I said, this is an official selection to over 10 international film festivals, so hopefully it's really good. And there's a look at the back of them on a mountainside looking out into the... if they're looking out into the forest. But I just got that out of curiosity. And I wouldn't be surprised if this next one ends up in the Dollar Tree as well. Movie starring Judge Reinhold, Fred Savage, and Swoozie Kurtz. A comedy about acting your age. Vice versa. Mill Creek release here, an hour and 38 minutes. I love this movie. This movie is quintessentially the ultimate body hopping movie in my eyes. I mean, all the other ones pale in comparison in my eyes. Even the new Frenzy one. To me, this, I love this one. I just, the chemistry between Judge Reinhold and Fred Savage in this is really, they actually feel like a real son and dad, you know, in this. And I just kind of, I love the drum scene in this when he goes in the music store and he starts wailing away on the drums. That's my favorite scene in the movie. It's from Columbia Pictures. Trying to see who... Brian Gilbert directed this film, in case you were wondering. Fred Savage went on to play in such stuff as The Princess Bride, Wonder Years, of course. Judge Reinhold, you'll know him from Beverly Hills Cop, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And he also at one point did the voice of Garfield. And I noticed too, I watched the movie, what was it? I want to say Flight of the Navigator. He did the voice of the ship. I didn't notice it at first. I was like, why does that voice sound familiar? And it was like Judge Reinhold. And I wish he could get more voiceover work too, because I think he's really talented in that field as well. If you can't, be in regular movies or, where you're seeing him on screen, then why not, do voiceover? This is pretty much self-explanatory. I'm sure people probably watched that before, but really happy to get that. I couldn't pass it up. I kind of marked out a little bit when I seen Hamilton was giving it away for sale. Not giving it away physically, but Kill Game, Something from Their Past, is back for revenge. No One Is Laughing Now. This is a Cinedigm title, VMI, I guess. Full Throttle Pictures. Written and directed by Robert Mearns. In high school, they had it all: money, good looks, and the power to pull cruel pranks on anyone who stood in their way. Well, years later, one group of friends finds themselves on the wrong side of a joke gone horrifically awry in this blood-soaked slasher as a mass killer stalks and terrorizes each one of them in a way reminiscent of their earlier tricks. Secrets are unearthed about the close-knit group. The hunt for revenge is on in this gruesome game where the winner is paid in blood. Kind of has that, shoot, I can't think of that. It's a slasher film. I think his name was, maybe Marty? Maybe not. Kind of has that, I can't think of what it's called, Terror Train kind of mixed with, was it Slaughter High? I think it might have been that, but kind of has that vibe like that. And if that's the way the killer's mask is, that's kind of has that female, like Michael Myers look to it or something. Or maybe it ain't supposed to be a female, but that's the vibe I get from it. That mask looks really scary. And I like how they wrote kill with the letter K, but it looks like somebody did with their finger and blood. It's a really big knife there. Trying to see Joe Adler, Michael Galante, Sarah Sanchez, Pearson Fode, Laurie Ashley Samuels. Okay, I guess that's the cast. I thought those were actors too, but it turns out it was producers maybe, or editors. But happy to have that. And the big thing that took up most of the money I spent, I couldn't pass this up. It's in this box. I'm going to slide it out right now. It's a complete set of Battlestar Galactica. Complete series. The complete series comprised of 25 discs. The unrated extended version of Battlestar Galactica Razor, 5 exclusive extended episodes that never aired on TV, behind the scenes featurettes, podcast commentary, and video blogs with executive producers Ronald D. Moore and David Icke. Let's see. And there's a little bit of what it looks like in the picture. I don't know if you can see it too good because of the glare. A lot of discs there. This lifts up and you see a little bit more of the Cylon. And to top it off with this set, Time Magazine says one of the best dramas on TV. But to top it off, they went and added a Cylon figure on here as well. Really futuristic. Kind of has that Terminator look to it a little bit. That's the vibe I get from this set. But that's my haul for this morning. And they also say it's a truly great show. That's my haul for this morning, and I'm happy I got that out of the way. I highly recommend Hamilton book. I paid like $60 for this, so it's kind of pricey. Hopefully, if you want this, I'd get over there as soon as you can and get it, because I have a feeling it's going to sell out soon. Just because it's been in there a while, I'm really shocked it didn't sell out, and I had to have one before it went bye-bye. I'm really big on these collector sets like this, and I try to get them when I can afford them. But I'd get over to Hamilton ASAP while you still can, and if they still have this, I'd order this, because it's been there a while, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be gone. Probably by the later part of this year, and I'm not sure on that, but I'm just telling you, if you want it, you better get to it. Get over there and get it, because like I say, I'm sure it's not going to stay there at that price. Because I mean, this is probably $100, probably $150 set retail, probably ordinarily. But that's my haul for Hamilton book. Not a lot of titles, but like I said, this Battlestar Galactica took up a lot of the money, but I wanted this really bad, and I seen it in other videos, so now I have it. And thank you for watching, and I'll be back in a few days. I'm not going to put a day on it, because I never know with winter how bad it's going to be. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this unboxing of Hamilton Book Club. Or, well, they're kind of like a club too, or a book club as well. But I go there for the movies. And stay safe, and take care, guys. See you later. Bye.